does it feel like to be a freshman All-American?
I mean, to be honest, like, when I found out I was, I mean, of course I was extremely grateful, but like, you know, it didn't make me feel like I was super on top of the world or anything. It's just something else for me to chase next year. You know what I mean? Maybe, or like, hopefully, possibly get it again, get the honor again. So I mean, yeah, I mean, just extra motivation.
Are you kind of aware that there's been 4 consecutive years of WCU having an All-American with you know, Joe Dahl and Cody, and this year Andre? Do you think that'd be a pretty cool thing to keep going next year?
Absolutely, yeah, it'd definitely be something, especially, you know, for the O-line, you know, or a position group that's not necessarily overlooked, but like overshadowed by a bunch of, you know, other position groups on the offense, the quarterback, running backs, and such. So I think, yeah, it'd be pretty awesome.
When you were kind of getting recruited here, was that kind of one of the pitches, not necessarily the All-American, but just kind of looking at the guys that have come through here, and Joe and Cody having success? And
well, really the only one that I had heard of when I was recruited was Cody, just because he was so big, you know. And they were like, yeah, we're going to get you looking like that. And I was like, I don't really want to be 380, you know. But, yeah, they really sold me on that. And, like, you know, having so many O-linemen that have had so much success here definitely was a driving factor.
Going back to what Theo said, too, just playing with Andre this year, he's a tackle as well. Just what's been the biggest impact that he's made on your own individual growth as an offensive tackle this year?
Well, I mean, you know, you learn through you learn through watching, you learn through experience. Watching Andre and his fundamentally sound technique, it really can help you learn a lot. You know, especially, you know, when I came in, he was the guy who hosted me, and you know, my Coach McGuire, when he was here, was saying, you know, watch him, you know, see if you can learn anything from him. And I've definitely learned a lot from him, especially since we're apparently pretty similar.
It's pretty unbelievable to look at the numbers and seeing that you guys have given up just 11 sacks compared to 44 last year, and probably throwing the ball a little bit more this year than you did last year.
You say it was unbelievable?
Yeah, is it unbelievable? Is it kind of starting to look at the numbers and see?
I mean, personally, I try not to look at numbers just because it's a little bit of a distraction during the season. But, like, I mean, of course I've heard about it. And that's just, you know, like I said, motivation to keep it going, do the same thing next year with less sacks, you know. And, you know, that's also a great driving factor for us as an offensive unit because it's something we hold, you know, in the highest amount of pride.
Do you have any general thoughts of how practice went today?
It felt good to get back into the swing of things. I mean, you know, the last week has been kind of weird, you know, just, you know, coming back from a week off, but yeah, I think we're overall doing pretty well, in a good place.
Do you think the team is now more focusing on Iowa State than last week?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, both practices are kind of funny, you know, because you split them up, you give the young guys reps and such like that. But now we're like really, you know, I mean, we're leaving next Sunday, right? I mean, it's just kind of crept up on us super fast. So, yeah, just gonna stay locked in and just get ready for that game.
A few of the guys that we talked to last week said that you guys had kind of taken an extra week off from the conditioning and strength training compared to last year. You guys got into it a little bit sooner after the Apple Cup. Do you think that's kind of paid dividends and you guys feel a little bit fresher? I know you didn't play in the game last year, but do you think it's paid off?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, Coach Brown with his first year as head strength coach, I think he's just trying out a lot of new things. You know, I mean, I can't speak for him necessarily. This is just like, you know, what I've seen. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody's loved it and it's paying off for us so far.
Bowl practices do involve that split between the younger guys and the older guys, even though you're starting to shift your focus toward Iowa State now. Has Coach Miller talked to you at all, either currently or in previous practices, about your plan for next year as well, too? Like whether you're going to stay at right tackle, maybe move to left tackle, anything along those lines?
No, nothing. I mean, I think like us, we really want to get this 11th win, you know, and make school history. So all of our focus is geared towards that.
I'm curious, who designed that shirt that you have on?
I have no idea, actually. I just know that this is Cody and this is Cole Madison. I don't know who this is, but, you know, this is a shirt I got last year when I was a freshman, so.
Any idea where the Goon Squad moniker comes from?
I really don't know. To be honest, I mean, I wish we had a name that sounded a little bit cooler, but, you know, don't tell the other line because they would hate me for it. But, yeah, I mean, you know, you see Goon Squad, you think O-line, I guess, so, I mean.
Has that number 11 wins, the most in school history, has that become a real point of conversation between you guys in the locker room, the coaches, and kind of understanding what you have a chance to do here?
Yeah, I mean, it's just another game, you know, the bowl game, it's another game just like regular season, but, you know, there's a lot riding on it. But, you know, you can't get too focused on that or else you'll lose sight of the goal, which is just to win the game, you know. But, I mean, everybody's got it in the back of their minds.